Watch and burn.
Hey everyone, so tonight I wanted to discuss Cliff Martinez's score for The Neon Demon. Now, of course, this movie and the score, this came out a few years back, and this score is like the perfect blend of groove and atmosphere. I mean, it tells the story of a unknown young girl played by Elle Fanning who ascends pretty quickly to the top of the modeling food chain in Los Angeles, despite having to navigate a series of odd events and near-death experiences, namely with the cameo by Keanu Reeves with playing the hotel manager, hotel motel thing that she's staying at, and he ends up killing the girl in the room next to her. And it seems like she's always just, I don't know. It's like she's destined for greatness, and so therefore she's always able to like somehow get around the pitfalls that seem to almost constantly be like befalling her. And this score does a really good job of capturing all of that, because this score it's fun, it's bouncy, it's groove laden, and it's really, really colorfully atmospheric. Like, this entire movie is sort of like a wash in like a bluish sort of pinkish dreamlike glow, and the score falls in line with that completely. The score, although it is very dancey on one hand, on the other it's very, again, it's very dreamlike. Like, I know this is more like a nightmare, especially considering how things end up for Elle Fanning's character, but still, there's something about this score that just radiates like an honest sense of dread and beauty and groove at the same time, where I believe that I'm sort of trapped in like a daydream / nightmare, but I don't mind so much while I'm watching this or listening to this, because it's really catchy and it's fun, and the atmosphere that's provided by Martinez's score is really captivating and enthralling and sort of like all-encompassing. Like, you find yourself sort of lost in this like bluish forest, and you don't care that you can't find your way out because you're having a really good time listening and watching. And this is one of those scores, it's rather expansive. There's 2 records here, 4 sides, there's a ton of tracks, and they run the gamut, like I said, from being completely atmospheric to very dancey to having more of like a rock edge. And then the closing track that's played during the end credits, it's Sia's Waving Goodbye. That is like one of the best songs I've ever heard. It is so much fun, and it is so catchy, and it is endlessly listenable. And I do love the end credits. Like, they're shot like it's a commercial for, a perfume perhaps, or some type of clothing company, and it's done so incredibly well. And this is like the perfect marriage of sight and sound. It's a lot like how people have said that the most perfect marriage of sight and sound in a film was Blade Runner and Vangelis's score for Blade Runner, and how they came together so perfectly. Now, I felt that about a few movies. I felt that about John Carpenter's Christine. I felt that his score for that, the images were married so well to the score that, they're so intertwined that you couldn't pull them apart without really losing something on both ends of the spectrum. I feel that here with this. I felt the same thing with Sonoya Cave's score for Beyond the Black Rainbow. And I think, again, my favorite thing about this is just how colorful it is. And that's including the vinyl. Each disc is bright, it's bold, and there's something really otherworldly about this entire experience, as far as whether it's the visual side when you're watching the film, or if it's the audio side when you're listening to the score isolated, say, like I have here, or if you're listening to it however you choose to listen to it, whether it's through Spotify or whatever. They stand completely on their own. You don't need the movie to appreciate the score, and you don't need the score to appreciate, yes, you do. Let's be honest here. the movie would really lose a lot if this score wasn't there. Cliff Martinez did a fantastic job of immersing us in this bright and beautiful and yet incredibly dark and unsettling world of cannibal models, I suppose. Not to give away the end of the movie or anything, but he did a really good job. And a lot of the times I find with scores to films like this that have a dreamlike quality, the scores are either better than the movie, or the scores are just sort of nothing without the visual components. Like when you choose to purchase the score afterwards, or you're listening to it, wherever you're listening to it, you're like, oh yeah, that's right. I don't love this as much because, the scene that it complements isn't happening before my eyes anymore. And so I feel that the music has lost something. That's not the case with this. This score stands on its own. If this could have been released just as a record, and it would be amazing, because the songwriting is so tight and the arranging is so profoundly engaging and easy to sort of just fall into, that none of this misses. This is a complete knockout of a score that complements a complete knockout of a movie. Now, I know this movie sort of divided people. I love the movie, and I love the score actually more than I love the movie. But that's not saying that the movie isn't amazing and I don't love the movie, because I absolutely love the movie. But there's something about the score that it's just... I love it when a film score can be listened to on repeat on its own. And, you don't, like I said, you don't need to be constantly thinking of the film that it's attached to. It gives it more of like an independent quality, like it can stand on its own, completely cut off from the movie that it was there supporting. And that is definitely what's going on with the Neon Demon. Cliff Martinez, the one-time drummer of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and he's done a ton of movies. He's done another one of my favorite scores too, which is the score for Contagion. But this one is amazing. It's bright, it's colorful, it's catchy, it's wild, it's atmospheric as fuck, it's scary, it's very enthralling, it's in your face, it's in the background, it's quiet and it's loud, and it's incredibly fun. And ending this score with Sia's Waving Goodbye is just such a perfect choice, because that song is amazing. So yeah, so I am going to go. So thank you so much for hanging out with me while I discuss Cliff Martinez's score for the Neon Demon. If you liked this review, or if you didn't like this review, don't forget to do something nice for somebody. It's easy and it's fun. And I will talk to you guys soon. Have a good night. I just wanted to say thank you for making it through the entire video. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to remind everyone one more time, even though I've probably already done this in the video that you just watched, to please click the like button as well as the subscribe button, because it helps this channel grow. And thank you for hitting like and subscribe, and we will see you guys really soon.